Local programming on KRWG Public Media made possible in part by viewers like you. Thank you. Hi, I'm Scott Percato with KRWG Public Media, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode of Music Spotlight. Our guest today was born and raised in the Mesilla Valley and began playing in rock bands from the age of 15 and hasn't stopped performing, writing, or recording since. He currently performs solo and leads two rock trios, the metal band Shalem and Flat Blak, which, full disclosure, I happen to be the bassist. Please welcome Travis James Manning to KRWG Music Spotlight. Well, on the bio page of your website, it says that you were drawn to music and singing from an early age. Who were some of your early musical influences?
Well, really early was probably like some Billy Joel, a little, kind of the old school 70s stuff. But when I really decided to be a musician, I discovered Led Zeppelin. And that was the end of it. Forget it. Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, that was it.
And what was so special about Zeppelin? Whenever we play, you always mention that they're your all-time favorite band. What makes them so special then and now?
Well, Robert Plant to me he was a god. I mean, I saw him with that big old mane of hair and just doing his thing, and that voice, it just blew me away. So I always wanted to be him, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But I was just a singer for years and years. But Jimmy Page, of course, was my favorite guitarist, and he was kind of the reason I became a guitarist as well. Because again, my first guitar was a Gibson Les Paul that I got. Long story how I got that, but yeah, I used to play it and kind of course, play the Zeppelin solos and try to do all that. And but that was kind of on the side. I was mainly a vocalist when it came to playing in bands and stuff like that. Until after about 2000, I started picking up the guitar full time.
Well, as I mentioned in the intro, you do solo and you lead two bands.
Yeah.
And you've done that for quite a while. What do you get out of each? Performing solo, performing with Shalem, metal band, Flat Blak. Well, first of all, do you have a preference, solo or with a band?
Well, I really love playing with a band. There's nothing like the power of having, drums and bass behind you and working with other people and getting that kind of creativity factor from other people. There's kind of a thing that feeds your music and stuff from that. Acoustic is great. I mean, what I learned is that I could actually make a living by playing acoustic and then also doing the bands. So that's kind of why I started the acoustic thing. Not to say I didn't love doing it, but I did release an album way back 2003, and then in 2012 again, and I've released a couple singles and stuff, but mostly I was a live performer. I spent 7 years at the DoubleTree Hotel in El Paso every Friday, playing, mostly covers and originals, but mostly covers. And so that was kind of my lifeline for years and years, was playing down there. I do have a recording studio as well, so that's been another supplemental income for me until the last couple of years. So.
Well, let's talk about the first couple of songs you're about to sing. The first one is called Underwater. What influenced that?
Underwater actually was one of my favorite songs I wrote. It's the simplest guitar there is, which I kind of wasn't sure if I should leave it that simple, but it just turned out to be that way. But Underwater song itself is kind of about feeling like I'm underwater sometimes in myself, feeling like you're not good enough, feeling like you're not. As a musician, it's really tough because sometimes you have nobody at your shows. Sometimes people don't buy your CDs, that kind of stuff. But the song itself is more about saying, what, I don't care. This is for me. This is what I do. This is who I am, and I really don't have a choice in that matter. So that's kind of what that song's about.
And the next song you'll sing after that is "Giving It All to You."
Yeah.
What inspired that?
"Giving It All to You" is pretty much the whole idea behind it is. And you just have that awesome spouse or whatever you want to, awesome friend, awesome, relationship in your life that you just want to give it all to that person. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that, and it feels good and it feels right. My wife of 27 years, we've been together, knew each other in high school and everything like that. So I think a lot of my songs, if it's based on love and relationship, it usually goes back to my wife. So, that's where that.
Let's give her a shout out.
Yes,
Sarah.
Charlene. Thank you.
Good man.
Of course, yeah.
All right, let's we'll step aside, pause here, have you sing those songs.
Okay, awesome.
All right,
Awesome. I
thanks.
look forward to it. Okay, thank you for having me at KRWG. I'm excited to be here. And I'm going to play you my first song, which is off my album, Send a Message to the Outside. It was released back in 2012. You can check it out online as well. The song is called Underwater. I've been wild, and I've been weary. I've taken my life into my own hands. I've been way down, as far as you can go now. But I don't need any sympathy. I said I don't need your sympathy, and I've got a pity of my own. You know I'm gonna be my destiny. There's no other way for me to go. You know I can't breathe underwater. It's just like you always said, a friend is so hard to find. And I can't pretend to be like you. And there's certain things that I can't do. You know I can't pretend not to be myself. I wouldn't want to be anybody else. All right, that song is called Underwater. I'm going to do another one here. This is also off my album, Send a Message to the Outside. And make sure I get my caper right. All right, so this one's called Giving It All to You. It seems I've had it all. I believe take the fall. How long have I been waiting, giving it all to you? And no time has ever been wasted, giving it all to you. You're sweet, but so complicated, giving it all to you. Come clean, it's all overstated, giving it all to you. Holding me now, teaching me how, trying to find my way. softly the sound. I can't keep my feet on the ground. I can't hear a word you say. How long have I been waiting, giving it all to you? No time has ever been wasted, giving it all to you. You're sweet, but so complicated, giving it all to you. Complete, it's all overstated, giving it all to you. It's called Giving It All to You. All right, I'm going to do one more quick song. This one's called Running Out of Road. I've been running for so long, it seems I'm running out of road. I know it's time that I should face the truth and find my way back home. I can't stop now, the highway's rolling fast beneath my feet. I know if I don't turn back now, I'll never see your face again. Said I'm gone and I'm never looking back. I'm heading down a one-way track. Now I can see the road ahead so clearly laid right before me. I put the pedal to the floor, no fear no more, I'll take it head on. I can't stop now, the highway's rolling fast beneath my feet. I know if I don't turn back now, I'll never see your face again. Said I'm gone and I'm never looking back. I'm heading down a one-way track. Oh yeah, here we go. Heading down the track. All right, it's called Running Out of Road. Slept in empty gutters, I fell down empty streets, I felt their gazes burning a hole inside of me. If I could hear their whispers, then I could fix it all. But I can't even hear them singing, so I can't have it all. It's my life, I can sit and drink my memories away. Take my time and just listen to the sounds that wash the day. Watch my heroes fall, but there's no sense in giving, so I just take it all. It's my life, I can sit and drink my memories away. Take my time and just listen to the sounds that wash the day. That was called In the Gutter. Kind of a depressing song, honestly. All right, so I'm going to do one more song. This one actually really early song. I wrote this back in about 2005, and I recorded it with my band Wormhole back in the day, and we released it on the album called Breathe, which was the first Wormhole album. I do have an acoustic version as well, but this one's called Sun Kiss the Sky. Sun kiss the sky, I don't know why, but it keeps on shining. The clouds above show so little love, but the sun is rising. On my knees begging please for the right to be one with the sun. I don't want to run, but the devil comes here just to find me. And I own my soul, sold it for gold. I don't want to leave it. On my knees, begging please for the right to be one with the sun and take flight. On my knees, begging please for the right to be one with the sun. Sun kiss the sky, I don't know why, but it keeps on shining. The clouds above show so little love, but the sun is rising. On my knees begging please for the right to be one with the sun and take flight. On my knees begging please for the right to be one with the sun. called Sun Kissed Sky. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you for singing all those songs. Now let's talk about Flat Blak,
Okay.
one of your two bands, which I'm the bassist.
Sure.
I've been playing with you now for over 3 years, but Flat Blak itself has a history before that. Tell us when they first formed and the origin of the name.
Sure. Yeah, we started in 2013, so we've been together about 11 years now. We started because the bass player and drummer at the time, which is Rob, our drummer in Flat Blak now, had a band called CS Truckin', and there was another singer vocalist, and they came into my studio and recorded some songs and had asked me to be the rhythm guitarist. So when they did their first show, I went ahead and joined them as a rhythm guitarist. And so they booked a couple more shows, and I was like, cool, I'm on board. And the singer moved to Houston before the other two shows. So they asked me to learn the songs. I learned them real quick, and we kind of performed under CS Truckin' for about half a year. We kept trying to come up with a name, had a really difficult time doing that. And I ended up getting rear-ended on my motorcycle. Luckily, it wasn't, didn't hurt me or anything, luckily. But it did bend my fender and all types of stuff like that. But anyway, so I had to get it fixed. I ended up having it painted flat black. And I showed up to practice, and I told my bass player that at the time, and I said, yeah, I got my bike, it looks great, it's flat black, and he just said, that's it. And I said, what do you mean? He said, that's the name, and that's stuck, and so that's kind of what we've been ever since. So we finally found a name.
Well, one of the things that Flat Blak has been known for, even more before I joined the band, were your mashups.
Yeah.
A medley of different themes and artists and that.
Sure.
I've always wondered this, how do you construct them?
Well, it all started because of Led Zeppelin. I mean, this is the whole thing. So we all wanted to do a Led Zeppelin song, and I said, man, in every song there's parts I can sing, and then there's parts that are just Robert Plant, And so what we decided to do is just let's find the parts I can sing, and let's build our own Led Zeppelin song, and that was basically, the reason we did it. And then we did it with Black Sabbath, and then we just started kind of rolling with it. I think we ended up having 15 to 20 mashups, Kiss to Grand Funk Railroad to The Doors to, we called it a girl mash, which was all female vocalists and singers. And we had two 70s mashups, were just kind of random 70s songs, kind of those one-hit wonder songs that nobody knows who they are. So we started doing that. And so the mashups, that's pretty much basically what we did. When we got you as a bass player, we decided we kind of wanted to break them up, get a little bit more dance oriented, get a little bit more, in that kind of crowd, instead of being a hard rock band, getting a little bit more, mainstream and having people be able to show up and actually dance and, not get tired after 20-minute, mashups. So,
well, when did you form Shalem?
Shalem was formed in 2020.
Fair to call them a metal.
Yeah,
band.
We call it stoner metal because it's kind of the stoner rock meets metal. That's kind of the genre, I guess, if you put it that way. Because it's clean vocals, kind of like Black Sabbath-y kind of stuff. I don't sing with the gruff metal voice, and that's kind of why it falls into that category. But basically, I had a band, Wormhole, that was together from 2006 till 2018. And 2018, we actually won the New Mexico Music Award for Best Metal Song, and then broke up 3 months later. So that tends to happen to me, but I didn't want to stop, so I started searching for drummers and bass players, and just kind of spent all the way till 2020 before I actually found some people and put it together. And of course, it was during COVID, so we had a hard time with that too. But we did get it together, and we've been rocking ever since. So.
Well, final question. You've been doing this for quite a while now. What advice would you give to young musicians who are wanting to start out in the music business?
Don't do it. No, I'm just joking. Just kidding. No, it's a
that
blast.
That seems to be the common answer.
Right.
But what would you say?
If, I think it's a really difficult business. I mean, there's a lot to it. I used to think I was going to, maybe make it big and famous and all that. And at some point you just realize, you just do what you love to do. And if things fall in place, great, But as far as I'm concerned, it's all about having fun. I mean, honestly, if you're playing music and you're not enjoying it, then there's really, no point to do it as far as I'm concerned. So.
Well, we have about a minute left. Do you have any new music coming out?
I do. Well, Shalem actually has a brand new song coming up, and that's called Tempest of Time. We recorded down in El Paso, and we will be releasing that hopefully this year before December, the end of December. We did actually this past year, we won the best metal song for a song that we did on our last album. The last album was called City of Gold, and you can pick that up right now as well. There's I think 11 tracks on that as well. So But that's basically it. Acoustic-wise, I have all types of stuff sitting there waiting for me to finish, and that's kind of been the, I don't know, forever that's kind of what happens with me is I get all this stuff built up and I'm like, okay, now let me focus, so.
Well, we appreciate you being here focusing on Music Spotlight.
Yeah.
Travis James Manning, thank you for being our very
Thank you for
special
having me.
guest.
I appreciate it.
And be sure to catch our past performances on YouTube and like us on Facebook to keep up with future episodes. For KRWG, I'm Scott Mercado, and thank you for joining us for KRWG Music Spotlight.